Good evening, the Carrick fan here. Right. So some Manchester United used to be right. So according to Samuel Luckhurst, he said that that Cole Palmer is open to joining Manchester United, and he's unsettled in London. For me, I can't see it happening unless Bruno Fernandes leaves in the summer to Saudi Arabia or somewhere like that. But yeah, for me, I can't see it happening for that reason alone. Um, also, James Ducker from the Telegraph said that one player who has been chucked straight in and hit the ground running is Lomans or Cindy Lomans. Wilcock said Tony Cotton had been relentless in his recommendation of the £18.1 million signing from Royal Antwerp, and he has given reassurance to a defence that frequently looked unsettled with the heretical Anna behind him. Very true. I don't think we win that game with Onana goal last night. Yeah, last night. So yeah, Cotton or Tony Cotton, who still had connections from his time as a scout at Villa, was also keen to ensure United brought in a goalkeeper who had the right character and temperament in both good and difficult moments. There were doubts about how well Martinez would fit in with that. Moreover, United's top brass felt Martinez's wage demands and big transfer be sat at odds with the much needed changes to the salary structure that was implemented. Fair enough, I suppose. Michael Carrick and his coaching staff were watching United under 21s versus Brighton under 21s today. They drew 1-1, by the way. Also, for British Spanish, Manchester United plan to push for Kobe Mainoo to sign a new contract after the January transfer window. United aim to show their faith in him with a longer deal and higher wages, and Mainoo has always been keen to stay at the club. So yeah, I knew that. Jason Wilcox oversaw Cole Palmer's development at Manchester City. Even I knew that. So yeah. Interesting. I'm just checking any more United news. Also, James Ducker said Benjamin Sesko's introduction for Dorgu with the United leading 2-1 and Carrick sending the signal to push for a third goal was a kind of positive attack-minded substitution in keeping with the club's history and not witnessed enough under Amram. That's true, because whenever we do or whatever, we would put a defender on instead of a forward. Richard V from the Manchester News said Manchester are expected to tag a left winger in the summer after failing to sign Anto Semenyo in January, with Yan Diomandi still of interest. Well, he'll cost a lot. So yeah, can't see that happening unless we get a cheap winger. So yeah, but yeah, I'm a very happy Manchester United fan tonight. Still am. I still can't decide which goal was better, Dorgu or Cunha. They were both great goals to be fair. So there's that. So apparently the president of the Kuwait Football Association, Ahmed Al Yusuf, said Manchester United offered to play a friendly in Kuwait on 12th of February, but it was rejected due to short notice, with a similar match planned for later. Inter Miami, owned by David Beckham, has also requested a friendly in Kuwait. Fairs. I do think we are going to have friendlies there. Well in the Middle East anyway. What's this about? Right, so Tyrone Marshall from Manchester News said it was half an hour to midnight when the Manchester United coaches carrying players and staff arrived arrived back at Carrington on Sunday, the ecstasy of their win at the Emirates was beginning to wear off, and another long week was stretching out in front of them. Michael Carrick and his staff had spent the journey home poring over footage from the game and preparing for the week ahead. Although the players had Monday off, the coaching staff were finalising session plans ahead of the weekend's game with Fulham. At 1 p.m. they strolled over to watch the under-21s take a Brighton in the Premier League 2 at Carrington. I do like that. Well, thank God we didn't get Gyökeres. So James Tucker said, Ruben Amorim wanted Premier League experience last summer, but lost out on Martinez and Ollie Watkins, who would have cost £60 million. Christopher Vivell pushed for Benjamin Sesko, whom he brought to Red Bull Salzburg in 2019 over Ollie Watkins. United resolved Sesko was a stronger long-term option. Internally, United believed Sesko was Arteta's first choice at Arsenal before they moved for Gyökeres. United also looked at Gyökeres but were unsure how much more there was to cover for the 27-year-old. By contrast, they felt Sesko had the higher ceiling and signed him for £73.7 million from RB Salzburg. One source said there are some number 9s that big clubs have signed where you're wondering how much they have left in the tank. For me, I'm not been impressed with Gyökeres, to be honest with you, and I'm more than happy with Benjamin Sesko, but I would like more goals from him, to be honest with you. So yeah, I don't think Cole Palmer happens unless Bruno Fernandes leaves in the summer. Right, so you can tweet me at MyNatFan2022, subscribe to the channel, The Character Fan, comment below, like the video, take it, that's all, just goodbye from me, adios, goodbye.